Hey, Hoot, congratulations.
Thanks, John.
Well, you've got to be pretty excited to get back into coaching. Just talk about your emotions right now.
Yeah, words can't describe how excited I am to be back. 2 years ago, I got a chance to fill in, and my adrenaline got going. I felt a little rushed. I thought, wow, I didn't realize how much I missed it. And to be honest, when I got away from it, I tried to stay away as much as I can. Obviously, doing a radio brought me back to it, but I didn't go to practice a lot over there to watch baseball or softball or anything like that because I knew the itch would be there. And when I got an opportunity to do it 2 years ago, I realized, wow, the itch is really there. And I got that taste of it, and I really loved it. For this opportunity to come up, man, it's really a blessing to me, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity to get out there and work with Glenn and Britt and an outstanding program. And so I'm looking forward to that challenge.
Hoot, you've coached hitters in baseball. Now you're going to do it in softball. Is that much of a difference for you, or what's that like?
You know, hitting is hitting. Good hitters make good coaches. It's pretty simple. So, but no, there's a lot of truth to that. But you get the talent, but it's very similar. I know the ball's coming from underneath and stuff like that, but you got to have bat control. You got to have a good approach, and a lot of it is the mind game. I mean, we're psychologists in a certain sense, trying to help these kids out. Who needs to be pushed a little bit? Who needs to be patted on the back and encouraged? And then there's a lot in between. And that is very similar in baseball and softball. And in my short experience with them 2 years ago, I saw that. And there's a lot of them that need it. They want that technique, the mechanics, all those kind of things. And you can get as in-depth as you want. Some of them really like that. Some of them, it goes over their head. You just have to learn to get in their domain and to be able to get your point across. And I look forward and I love that challenge.
Thank you, Hoot.
You betcha.
Good luck.
Hey, Coach, congratulations. I guess how valuable is that time? Not a lot of people get to go into a job where they had almost a year of experience. How valuable was that time for you taking over in your new role?
Absolutely invaluable. It got me acquainted with a lot of the girls. A lot of the ladies are here right now, and to the game a little bit, the speed of the game and different things like that, the pitching. And again, I love the strategy of it. So I've been Britt and Glenn's ear all the time about, okay, what do we do here? What if we do this? And I love that part of it. I was a catcher growing up. I love to call the game. I love to get in the hitter's head and all that kind of stuff. And the same thing as a coach. I love the strategy of it. If you talk about the big leagues, I love the National League managers because they have a lot more to think about, whether to pitch hit for the pitcher or not. Not this year, obviously, but those things, there's a lot of things to think about. And I love that challenge. Some of them go on the analytics and stuff like that, but there's a lot of gut instincts that go into it, which I think gets overlooked. And I love that part of it. And, I've been their ear for 2 years ago, and I'm going to be bending it every day this year too, just to find out more about it and love that part of it so we can put the best product on the field.
Thanks, Coach.
You bet.
JMO.
Hoot, number one, we'll miss you on the radio. I think that goes without saying. Number two, when you were coaching with them 2 years ago, when you started doing that, was it like riding a bike? I mean, was it just getting back and you stepped right back in where you were, or what was that like going back into coaching?
Yeah, it really was. I kind of had to tame myself. They probably didn't think I was backing off a little bit, but I was excited to get back out there and, get that taste in your mouth. It really was. And I didn't realize how much I did miss it when I got back out there. And I'm like, man, this is incredible that we have jobs that get to work with young people and influence their life and teach them games the game that you love, And so it was really invaluable. You can't put a price on that. And in more ways than one, I got to know these guys, the staff a little bit better as well too, on the bus trips and all those. And that's where you really learn about the character of them. And like Coach Moore said, I'll take the bullet for the worst year in his coaching career. That's no problem at all. But let me tell you something. Those guys handled it as well as anybody could. There's a lot of people that would have jumped off the deep end, I'm afraid. And he handled it really well. He still kept his priorities in order, and it really showed. And that's where you find out the true character of people is when you go through that adversity. And man, they pass with flying colors.
Yeah. Jerry.
Hoot, there's lumisms, as we've heard.
Yeah.
Do you already have your Hootisms ready? Are you filling that role as well?
That's up to them. No, I really do think we got some similarities, man.
Yeah.
Alum, even yesterday, we were over at his house working in the yard, and I'm out, we're patching up. My responsibility was patching up the
Baseball teams mistakes.
yeah, right. The baseball mistake. No, actually, we were actually putting the sod down, and I was patching up the holes and along the curbs and stuff. And, you know, in true Lum form, he bangs on the window, and Stacy opens up the window and says, "Hey, you missed a spot over here," you know. And so that's him. And then we had a good 3-minute conversation through the window. And, you know, man, he's just we talked shop when I was there 2 years ago as well. And we talked shop for the 20 years before that. And he's just a true friend, and we shared a lot of the same values and hitting approach as well. So I learned a lot from him, and that's up for these guys to decide the Hootisms. I'm sure there's already a lot of them, but we'll never replace the Lumisms, that's for sure.
J-Mo mentioned it, but are you going to miss that radio time? I mean, you seem to really click with that. You and Derek were a good team. I mean, is that going to be tough?
Yeah, I'll miss that, but I wouldn't trade this for anything. You know, getting back on the field and being able to impact lives and coach and teach. You know, I'm glad that they see that's what I'm made for, because I feel like that's what I am. But it's where I feel most comfortable, feel at home, and I look forward to that again.